All right, Copenhagen cross connect plank. This is really hard, but it is so, so, so good. All right, I love this. Copenhagen cross connect plank. This is pretty tough, but I love this exercise, especially for the adductors and using the reference coming back through instead of coming underneath our bodies. I found is really helpful for keeping a little bit more stability in the pelvis and helping us to sense what is going on. So to get set up for this, you're going to need a bench, and I usually do this on my forearms. If you want to really take it up a notch, you can do it on your hand, and you would do it with a longer lever. So just having your foot on the bench rather than bending your knee at 90 degrees, and that will definitely take it up a notch if that's the intensity that you need. So you're gonna have your shin on the bench like so, and we want to make sure that when we are getting set up for this, you want to have your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Okay, don't have your elbow way out here, and don't have your elbow under like inside of your shoulder. It's not going to feel good, and we really need to be able to push up and out of the ground, and having that elbow directly underneath the shoulder, make sure that we can do that really well. Now from here, we also want to make sure we're getting nice even pressure on the knee and the ankle. We don't want to have all the pressure on the knee or all the pressure on the ankle. That's going to just kind of bias the muscles that we're using in a funny way. So make sure you've got even pressure on the knee and the ankle. Before you go up, I like to do a TA activation. You're going to exhale, zip from the bottom up. Okay, so then you're going to come up into your Copenhagen plank. Now, probably what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start to sag down, so don't do that. That's where that even pressure and getting this adductor on right here is really going to help keep ourselves up and this oblique on the bottom. Now, the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to want to turn like this. You're going to want to turn over and down. Don't do that. So from there, we need to really think about keeping those hips in a parallel line to the ground so that our shoulders won't turn as well. Now, the other thing that's going to happen is you're probably going to want to cinch down at this hip right here. What I mean by that is that when you get up in this Copenhagen plank, you're going to want to flex at the hip right here. I want you to use your glute and extend that hip some. So yes, you are using your glute a little bit on this exercise to make sure we can get this hip right here into full extension. I know you're probably like, oh my God, so much stuff. Yes, I know it is. But once you master this, it is a go-to. It is amazing. Now, for the next part of it, the cross connect, all we're doing is we're connecting one side of our body to the other. So we have the left adductor working, and what we're going to do is really get that right oblique firing with it. So we're set up for the Copenhagen plank. I have my right leg underneath the bench. What I'm going to do is bring my right knee in front of my left, and you can notice that both knees are pretty much kind of like at a 90-degree angle now, and I'm going to have my foot just rest against the edge of the bench. Now from here, what I'm going to do, instead of bringing my leg back underneath me, I'm just going to extend my leg forward, okay? I'm not going to bring it all the way back underneath me because that can tend to make the pelvis kind of dump forward again and make us lose the connection that we've made. So I just want you to bring your leg forward, and then you're going to come back here, and then we can also add a reach with the arm. So reach out again, make sure you're not dumping over. I kind of wanted to right there. So we're going to reach out, exhale, lots of really nice obliques, still pushing the ground away. I'm starting to shake. It's a lot harder than what you think to try and talk through this exercise and do it at the same time. But remember, with that extension, that's where we're really kind of wanting to inhale. And even though we're extending, you want to make sure that we're doing it with a really solid tension in your core, okay? You don't need to be gripping down, but we're not going to extend and just lose everything and flare. So that is your cross connect Copenhagen plank. It is an amazing exercise to be able to develop the anterior oblique sling. So that's just a line of fascia that goes through the diagonally through the front of our body, and definitely give it a shot. Don't worry, it will feel hard the first time you do it. I've been working on these for a long time, so please don't feel discouraged if you do it and you're like, what in the world? Anyhow, that's how you do it.